Hello dear children. These days, whatever we touch, everything based on the technology. Whatever we touch, everything based on the technology. If you use clock technology, watch technology, mobile, whatever we use, smartphone, everything based on technology. For this growth of technology, we have the generations, how it started, the initial stage. So that's what we are going to learn today. The generation of computers, the form of evaluation of the computers. For the improvement of technology, many people worked hard, very hard, to develop the technology. So today, we will see all these persons how they have worked very hard and how it was an initial stage. So everything we will have a glance. Right? Yeah. History of computers. So for everything we have history. When it started and how it started. What are the technologies they used in the beginning. Whether the technology is used or not. Everything based on that. The need to keep the track of numbers to learn the inverters, the different calculating devices. As the words is calculating devices, the latest technology from everything from starting to till up to now today, all the technology devices are based on the calculators, everything based on the calculations. They have used different types of calculations, right? Calculating devices. They started 3000 BC. First was abacus. Abacus was the first mechanical device for calculating calculations. It was developed in China. In China, they have developed first the abacus. This is an abacus. See that it was made up of wooden frame consisting of rods, each having beads in them. Beads mean small, right? So here are beads which will move up and down, right? It's called the beads. The frame was divided into two parts, heaven and earth. This frame has divided into two parts. This is called heaven and this is called earth, right? Each rod in heaven are two beads. In the beginning, there are two beads, and earth are five beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has 5 beads. This is called abacus, right? Last, it was used for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. By using this abacus, they have done calculation, addition, multiplication, divisions, and subtraction. They used for doing calculations. As I said, the machine is everything based on the calculations, right? Labors calculated. So one by one they were inventing. They were trying to develop the calculations. So that now today we have very high-tech technology we have. But in the beginning, the initial stage, they worked very hard to develop their technology. Leibniz, the famous German mathematician, as I said, calculations. Many mathematicians tried to develop, they worked very hard to develop the computers. They invented the mathematical device called Leibniz calculator in 1671. The year of 1671, they invented. It was an impersonation of Pascal's machines. This is the Pascal's machines. By using the machine, they have done it. Apart from performing addition and subtraction, the Leibniz calculation could even do multiplication, divisions, and find the square roots. By using abacus, we were doing it only for addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. And here They went one more step ahead, square roots, right? Early inventors. So now we will be learning, we will be having glance about the person, those who worked very hard, right? Charles Babbage, a British mathematician, considered as a father of computing. So you also all of you know that. All of you know that. Who is the father of computer? Charles Babbage. Right? He invented a working model of the mathematical computer called the difference engine in 1822, and it is called analytical engine in 1833. The analytical engine had 5 units. 5 units, as now we know, we have seen input, output, store, mill, and the control. 5 units. These units looked much like the modern computer, and all these computers used nowadays are based on units. Whatever we use these days, these also based on the 5 controls. Store was used for storing the data. Store was used for storing the data, and the mill was the calculating unit. You know, store means what we use to store, like we have now memory card, hard disk, pen drive, all these are called external storing data. But in the computer, they use storing data. Control unit was used for supervising all the units. Control unit, it is giving the work to everything, and it is controlling whether the work is done or not. Right? Yeah, next one is Augusta Lagrange. She is a first programmer. When they were when they were inventing computers, she was the first programmer to help the computer to work somewhat faster than the previous one. Right? She was the first programmer who suggested the use of binary data storage, 0 and 1s, instead of the decimal number systems. Using decimal number systems, the computer worked slow comparing with 0 and 1s. Right? It is used for storage. Right? It is used for storage. You can store a lot of data, and if it is unnecessary places, we can replace it. Yeah. George Boole. He was an English mathematician. He also was helping them to develop the computer systems. See, he solved the mathematical problems by reducing them to a series of positive or negative answer questions and linked them with the binary system. He used the binary system. He used negative answers and the positive answers. It resulted in the 1 for the positive answer and 0 for the negative answer. See, if it already, computer doesn't understand the human language. It understands always the machine language. That like 0 and 1s. Right? 1 is used for the positive answer and 0 is used for the negative answer. This system, known as the Boolean logic, became the fundamental principle for the design of computer circuits. Right? Dr. Herman, an American statistician, invented a machine called a tabulating machine. See this machine, right? Herman was invented this picture, this machine. It was capable of reading data. This machine was able to read the data, processing it, and give it the desired output. Whatever input we give, it will read it, it will process it, and it will give the desired answer to the user. So, this machine is called tabulating machine. The input was given through punch cards. They were making as a punch cards. By using the card, they make inputs and they keep it, and the result also will be used as a punch cards. The punch cards were used to record and store the data or informations. So they found it was a huge expenses, huge expensive. So they were trying to develop some model. So Howard King, so they used Mark 1. It's some more development comparing with the previous one. It's some more advanced one. Howard King was the first for the primary engineer in IBM. Okay, he was the first engineer in IBM who developed the first automatic sequence controlled calculator Mark 1 in 1944 before we get independent. It was capable of executing long computations automatically. We don't need to use punch cards, we don't need to give anything. So it will automatically read and automatically give the answers. Long calculations. So ENIAC, Electronic Numerical Integrated and Computer. ENIAC, Electronic Numerical Integrated and Computer. It was the first general purpose electronic digital computer was invented by the John Markley and John J. Prosper Accord. So they both joined together and they developed this ENIAC, Electronic Numerical Integrated and Computer. It was 1,000 times faster than the Mark 1, which we have seen before. So it is 1,000 times faster than Mark 1. It could add two larger numbers in 200 microseconds, very fast. Compared with Mark 1, which can do the work very fast, right? So UNIVACI, Mark 1, Universal Automatic Computer. Universal Automatic Computer 1. It was the world's first commercially available computer designed by J. Prosper, which we have seen in the video. So they have invented 1951. Right? It was the first computer to handle both the numeric and the text data. So far, we have seen only the calculations, and they have invented with text data. Before they were trying to do only calculations. Now they have invented adding with text data. It was also the first computer to use buffer memory and to come equipped with magnetic tape unit. You might have seen the magnetic tape. So they used that for storing data. Next, we are going to the generation of computer. Now, so far we have seen the development who were invented, how many people were working hard to develop. And then now we are going to see the generation of computer. So they have categorized everything, first generation, second generation, everything they have categorized, and what are the equipments they used and how faster than the previous one, the next one. So that's what we say as a generation of computers. See here, there are 5 generations of computers. There are 5 generations. First generation they use vacuum tubes, that is 1940 to 1956. The second one, transistors, 1956 to 1963. The next one, integrated circuits, that is starting from 64 to 1971. And the fourth generation, microprocessors, 1971 to present. Up to now, we use microprocessor. It is very small in size. That is very, very small in size. Right? And now we are in artificial intelligence, present and beyond generations. Now, at present, we are in 5th generations, present and the beyond generations. So we have, earlier they were using it very big systems, and now everything is available small, very small size. So generations are developing. Here, first generations. Let's see about first generations. Time period 1951 to 1956. vacuum technology use vacuum tubes, very large system size. It is very large and the working is very slow. See the picture? It is given here to use one computer. They use very big hall, very big room, very large system, and the works processing is very slow, very slow, and these magnetic drums, magnetic tapes, different difficult to programs, used machines, language and assembly language, right? Yeah. Second generation, time period 1959 to 63. They use transistors. And comparing with the previous one, first generation, second generation is very small. See that they make it with small one, and the processing it is faster. Right? They use magnetic cores, magnetic disc. They were using tape. Now they started to use disc here. Use high level languages to work faster. Use high level languages. Easier to program. They will make it very fast. To work the system very fast. They have done very fast programs. And they are now the third generation, 64 to 71. I see integrated circuits, incorporated many transistors. So it is very small size as compared to second generation. It is faster than second generation. It is very fast, and they use mini computers accessible by multiple users from remote terminals. See here, you might have seen this type of picture in movies. So one place to access one computer in this third generation, we don't need to depend on only one place. We can move to from somewhere. We can use present system. We can use the computer remotely. We don't need to be available in the computer. We can be anywhere to access this computer. That's what they say. From remote terminals. And the fourth generation, time period 1975 to today, up to today, very large scale integrations, incorporated many millions of transistors and electronic circuits on a single chip. They use a very small chip. They use many transistors to very fast. So as compared to the first generation. First generation is very big. It is like a very big computer, a very big hall. But now it's become very small. So faster than the first generation. Characteristics: the personal computer and user friendly, microprograms, very fast processor. Up to now, whatever we use, it is based on the fourth generation, and people are working to improve the fifth generation like something else, right? So now we are moving to the fifth generation, fifth technology, AI, artificial intelligence. It becomes very small. So what we use the smartphone. Remember the beginning, they were using very big smartphone, right? They were using button type, and they brought into touch type, bigger size, and now we have very small size, and we have technology like projector type. So technology has grown up. So people are working very hard to reduce the size and as well as to improve the quality and work faster than the previous one. Yes, dear children. So in the first lesson, we were learning only the generations, how it was working, how it started initial stage. So learn them properly, hear carefully, and get ready for your examinations. Thank you.